It is good morning, man. How you doing? Ah, Still waking up here. Just logging into these characters here. We have been fishing broadfish on this character, and we have been fishing magic fish on our magic character. And I believe we were cutting wood all night long on our main so we can make more javelins. I believe it was mahogany that we were cutting down. Um, let's just go sort that out real quick here. Everything. We need 15 more of these ones. We're almost there. Really cool. And that being said, we need 28% more for 99 magic. So we're almost there. We're really almost there. We probably hit 99 magic before we get all the ones. But at least we're getting there. I think I'm gonna focus on Melvor here for today until the internet provider technicians call me. You went hiking and drinking all day? Wow, okay. Where did you go hiking? In the city center? Where all the cafes are? Where else? I don't know. So let's go back to the banded banded base here. The woods, really? Alright, and here we are already crafting these adamant javelins. It's gonna be a little while, about an hour-ish, I believe, before they're all finished. And then we can actually go back into combat with it. Something I can show you is that we have all this so far for arranged, and then we actually made adamant armor last night as well while we were smithing. We made our own gear here for melee. And then I went after an obsidian cape as well, because why not? Then these like sets are kind of complete. They all have the amulet of looting in each set, and they all have that special ring, except for this dude. Um, I figured out that this piece that we got it during combat. How did I find out? Because this character has it as well, and he was doing combat. We got it yesterday, so I believe the B part is from combat skills, and then the A part will be from regular skills. I'm not gonna go after it here, really. I'm just gonna keep it for sure, but I'm not gonna go after it and hunting it down. We do have the goal to get 99 magic and 100 of these wands, and that's it. Um, of course, upgrading them up to a fire imbued wand, making our gear better, all those things. I will finish off the account so it's like quote unquote ready to be used again later on. And whoever wants to use it doesn't need to do all these tiny little things again to it. You can just get into certain things. Of course, I'm not gonna craft any runes. I could as well, but I'm not gonna. You would still need 7 times as many as you have ancient runes of each air rune and fire rune. So we would need to mine out a whole lot of rune essence. Um, I don't know. I might just make the wand, get rid of all the shields but one, and just make the wand, but not really use it, equip it, because right now we're basically geared up already for um, air spells. But the wand does make us a lot more powerful, so having it ready for when we do restart or revisit, I mean, the challenge and like make everything else 99. which is something that I do want to do, but not right away. Um, and at least we'll be ready for that. That's why we're doing these ones as an extra side goal here. Let me just lock these so I don't sell them by accident. And sort. We still have a bunch of leather as well. And if you go here to like crafting, we're not at Dragonhide yet. We need 57, so I will be crafting a lot more of these. Even this, like, you have 3 pieces of leather requirement and you get 54 experience. I still believe these pants are a lot better because you only use one ladder, and 27 experience is what you gain from it. This times 3 is 60, 70, something like that. 71 or something. No, it's more. It's 81. This is 81 experience. I'm doubting myself, so let's grab my calculator here. Yeah, 81. 81 experience, so anything that's below there on these 3 leather requirements is basically wasting leather. So once I am ready with those javelins, I will be crafting more of these leather chaps. We don't need anything from here anymore. We have all the hard leather pieces. We could do with a shield, I think, if like there's a ranged shield for our javelins. I don't know. Those things I still need to figure out, like, can I have a shield or can I not have a shield? Stuff like that, you know? I think I'm gonna try and force it here so I can figure it out. Okay, so we can have a shield with our javelin. Now we know. Yeah, you could ask like, why aren't you using these necklaces? These necklaces are useful only for dungeons, if you ask me. Once you have an amulet of looting, you would really want to stick to that one. So there's like pubs or whatever in the woods, or you had booze with you when you went hiking. Tis. Ah, now it makes sense. I hope you had a good day. It was like a 14-mile trail. Really, bro? Drunk? Drunk and walking? That's not something that I would enjoy, I believe. Oh, I need to make coffee, chat. I will be right back. 5 minutes ish. Blunts and stuff too. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Let me be right back, man. Right? Did you see the link I sent you on Discord? Tis with the game. It's a demo you can download for it. It's like that one game, but I can't remember the name. Where they had to like get each other eliminated by punching, headbutting, air kicks, and just throwing somebody off the side of the map and then eliminating them. But on this game, you're like all animals, and there's like a whole bunch of different ones to choose from, and then they have all skin colors and everything. It's really nice. How much are we gonna bet that when the technicians call me and all the way through until then, I'm not gonna have any internet issues? And all the way through the support, there will not be an issue with my internet. And the second they hang up and I go live again, because I will end the stream when the phone call comes in, because they will be resetting my internet and having me do a bunch of things. Um, so I'll end the stream. I'll use that VOD for yesterday or whatever. Make it have it keep the day 42 and the day 36 in the title for the VOD. Upload that to YouTube, you know, while I'm away, and then we can just start a quote unquote new day for the next VOD for today. Um, it's not like we've been pushing so many videos that this would be an issue. The last few days I've not had the VOD again. It's always during the weekend, and like yesterday it was horrible as well. Just dropping frames left and right, and it's no fun. It's totally no fun. Like when you're streaming Malvor, it's totally fine to have some frames loss and maybe a little bit of buffering. But if it happens while I'm speaking, that results to the same like stutter or missing half of the sentence in the VOD as it does here on your screen. It's not because yeah, if my broadcast doesn't reach Twitch, it's not being recorded. Period. So it's not in the VOD. It's missing half of my sentences. So that's why I got rid of all the VODs last few days, because they've just been either like yesterday we ended up with 4 or 5 after like 30 minutes of streaming. So that's just horrible, isn't it? You can't really go and push that to YouTube and say, oh yeah, this is day 1.1, day 1.2, day 1.3. That's not how it goes. That's how I am gonna solve the issue for my birthday stream though, because I will upload the VOD, the 24-hour VOD, but it'll be in 2 times 12 hours, because that's just the limit of YouTube. Nothing I can do about it. But then of course it will be part one, part two. But I'm not gonna do that for a routine daily stream where my bitrate drops and I end up with 5 or more VODs after half an hour. So I then I rather remove them and have no progress been recorded, sadly, and it does like make me feel like shit, honestly, because I want to provide content and I want to provide stable content and quality content and not content that is buffering every 5 steps, you know, or pixelated because the bitrate or the encoder can't keep up or whatever, something can't keep up and then it's pixelated on the stream or it's just buffering and that's just annoying. I keep explaining this. It's not an issue with regular viewers. Most regular viewers will not care all that much about it. They'll just persist and keep watching. But then you have random people that are joining your channel and are they clicking on your channel because they're interested. But then if you have a quality that is just poor, um, either through bitrate dropping, encoder lagging, render lagging, it doesn't matter if your picture isn't good or buffering, then they'll just go away again because they lose the interest. That's your first impression, you know. So that's why I'm so annoyed by it. That's why I'm so frustrated, and I'm gonna keep talking about it because the first 30 days of this live stream of this attempt at live streaming, there wasn't an issue at all. Nothing. Zero. Every day was perfect. Zero loss on network. Zero loss on anything. And I was playing a whole bunch of games, heavy dedicated games, even running Ravenfall in the beginning, where the CPU was just taxed all the way, and it didn't even budge. It didn't even care. There wasn't an issue, and now there's an issue. Even when I'm just streaming Melvor here, it's it's just so annoying. There's no other words for it. It's so annoying, especially when you care about it. If you wouldn't care about it, it wouldn't be annoying either. But yeah, because you care about something that you're doing, passionate about it, it does hurt when you can't do it the way you want to do it, even though you should be able, technically, or theoretically, you should be able, but in practice, it's just not working out. And that's why the internet service provider technicians will give me a call later on today. Um, well, in the morning, in the AM, and then they'll talk me through a bunch of things, ask me to do a whole bunch of things, probably run some stress testing, and show them like, oh, this is when you're live, how much am I using, how intensive it is. But anyway, they shouldn't tell me that it's my issue. If they're promising me 40 megabits uprate, then it shouldn't plummet to 1, shouldn't it? So like even my dad, and we're both really ITers, we really know what we're talking about. We both think it's outside, it's the cables. I'm at the end of the cable as well. That does not help. um, so everyone in front of me can cause issues for me, and there's just so many on the one cable. So they call it the fiber wave, where they go everywhere from the internet service provider and like put more fibers in the ground so the cables can be separated. So let's say there's 20 people on one cable, they can make two cables of 10 if they put more fibers in the ground. Optic fibers, of course. um, and it's the fibers that are like used to go to every street, and then from every street the fiber is um, translated into coax, and that's the one that I'm talking about. That's the coax here on the side of my house. That's the issue. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. These cables are so old that me pushing all this data as well, and heavy downloading and heavy everything, it's just gonna tax them so hard, heat them up, and then lose signal. But then why didn't I this summer have these issues when it was smoking hot and then there wasn't an issue at all? So yeah, I really hope they figure it out. And if it's really the cables, that they don't wait another year to come and fix them, because within a year I can be already gone here from this house again. The people I'm renting it from have a son that wants to study here in Ghent, city where I live, and they're from somewhere else, pretty far away. So he would get the house to live in and to study when he does decide to study in here in Ghent. But there were more options, so I really do hope he goes to some school very far away, not here. I can just stay and live here if they fix the cables outside. Yeah, once we're done with making these javelins here, we will be using this leather to make a whole bunch of pants. It's the best experience we can get per piece of leather before we hit dragon heights. We do need 4 more levels, well, 3 and 2 2/3, kinda. Um, and I am focusing here because I do feel like we can do it today. Like we can reach the end here. Because I feel like yesterday I gotten about the same amount as we need right now. Um, I did live stream it, parts of it, until I gave up on my bitrate issues. Therefore, I'm actually happy that I didn't level up just yet off stream, and I hope it happens when, like, what I'll do when the technician calls. I'll stop combat. I'll stop, at least on this character here on the mage. I'll stop the combat and just leave it running in the background because it doesn't really need internet or anything. Yeah, I think I'll feel better not leveling to 99 off stream. I really do want to share that moment. I want people to be able to see that I've actually hit 99, and not me just not just me posting a Discord message or telling you in the next VOD or live stream like, oh yeah, we've reached 99 and we've moved on to the range challenge now, because that's what I really want to do though. Once we do hit that 99, get all those wands, upgrade them, and then leave it as it is. I will move on to the next challenge. So I don't want to level up and I don't want to get 100 wands off stream. So I do really want to try and get it on one VOD even. So if I notice like, oh yeah, we're here, and I feel like, oh yeah, it's like 11 or something, which leaves 1 hour for them to call me. I hope it's earlier, honestly. But like if it's like right at the end, I'll just go out of combat. I don't want to risk it. Getting distracted by the technician call, and then leveling up past 99 and being here somewhere, and then oh yeah, we've hit 99, and also we have 100 wands. Let's go on to the challenge. How does that seem anywhere valid? So I'm wondering about all those things as well. How to make everyone see the progress, make sure that everyone has seen it. At least that last bit, that very, very last bit here. We're almost there, it's 26%. This is cool. This will be our first 99 combat level that we've reached in any character on Melvor ever. And I'm really looking forward to it. Also, we got the pet here, so you can see it, the health pet where you get 10 health extra. We have 80 health point levels, so that should give us 800 health. Um, but we get 10 extra because of our pet. Um, what's his name again? Felix or Finn? Yeah, Finn the cat. So yeah, there is that. I don't think we'll improve this character anymore. I mean, like item wise, it'll stay like this probably. Um, Unless there's something we can do that's obtainable. But I don't believe that we will be getting the best experience we can at that time. So I don't know if it's something we should avoid, to be honest, to change our strategy here. It feels like it's slowed down a little bit, but it's probably because I didn't really focus on it yesterday, and then only a little bit of the broad fishing here, leaping broadfish, um, which does give us 25 experience each fish we catch or each successful action. Um, yeah, I don't know. The internet seems 100% fine, by the way. 0 frames dropped. Woohoo! Like yesterday, I was watching this character, my main, grinding those knights, I believe. Um, you could say I got the drops from this knight, but I didn't get anything from this adamant. I sold all of it because I already had ivory piece. I made it myself with the smithing there. But we just missed the obsidian cape and then we grinded for it. And it only took about half an hour with the mage because he actually can one shot the adamant knight without a problem if he's got the special ability active for first attack, which does happen sometimes. It's really powerful, and like this turns into 455, and then when you get the special attack, that's just double damage. Period. That's just double damage. So you can get up to 910 damage. Uh, that's just crazy. Against melee attackers, of course. I don't know the exact stats or numbers for magic versus magic or magic versus ranged, but even then, it'll still hit hard for sure. About 700 to 800 damage, which is really cool. Come on, magic. Level up. Oh, my coffee is ready. Let me go grab it. Alright, that will help. Nope. Alright. Now it's okay. So I want to get a new kick scooter. Tiz, I don't know if you're here, bro. This is the Dualtron Raptor 2. It costs 2.1k. At least I'll have space for my feet. This thing is like double as big. Look at those tires, man. God damn it. Look at that fucking suspension as well. Yeah, it's still got the white flakes on it from the packaging. These videos are in French, that's why I'm changing. That's why I'm muting them. Look at that front suspension here. Like this whole thing can like spring into each other, you know? That's what 10 centimeters about, kind of. You need to look into perspective here. And then like the distance from the ground is like 15 centimeters here, if not more. And my scooter, it's only 5, and here it's only 2. So it's a big upgrade. And then I have a rear suspension here as well, as this one does. But this one is just better, you know? It extends this way. This one, mine, it goes inwards. So what happens is this whole thing, it can lower, and that's my suspension. This will make it lower as well, but at least this is going outwards, where mine is going inwards and lowering on top of itself, kind of like making you brake as well. And look at these headlights on this thing, man. It's got backlights, it's got headlights, it's got everything. I think it's even got the LEDs at the bottom. For sure, it had the LED in the rod here, which is really cool. Come on, show something else, man. Look at this. Look at this. These colors. Wait. Look at the rod. All the colors in it. Single dual. Eco turbo. Jesus. So it's got 2 motors as well, in the front wheel and in the back wheel. These are connections for charging. Oh, and there's a switch right there. Look at those tires. No, my kick scooter only has the front wheel. Like, look, wait. It's right there in the background. Well, it's not the exact one, but look at this wheel, right? The thickness of it, and how much suspension this thing, the red. That's the suspension. It's not the same type here. It's not the same brand. It's not, but it gives you an idea of like, look at this tire, comparing it, this wheel, like where the suspension would be. It's this red part here. I'm not joking. That's where the suspension would be, if there's even one in there, you know. And then the one in the back is just here in the back, and it just folds onto itself, which is stupid and closer, much closer to the ground. If you have 5 centimeters of clearance and then it goes down to, that's a lot. That's 40%, and then yeah, that doesn't leave a lot of room. 3 centimeters for you to not hit stuff. If I look at the bottom of my scooter, there's just scrapes and scratches all over it. While I've never fell with it or whatever, you know, there's no other falling damage or damage basically than wear and tear, plus that type of wear and tear where the wheel is so scuffed. This is the one that I want, you know. It's 2.1k, but at least it'll last me for at least 2 or 3 years if I take real care of it, like I did with my scooter. But I did a lot of kilometers with it, or distance, you know. Just that's the difference between me and most casual riders. They'll just use it during the weekend or after work, maybe doing some small things, but not going to work or not going to class every day and not going shopping with it and all those things. But yeah, that's a big expense, isn't it? But I think I fear it's one I have to make now. In the current situation where my kick scooter is failing me. I think it's water damage. Again. which is making issues with the batteries and the controllers and all those things for the batteries. And it just doesn't want to go anymore, you know. It'll go half power, but that's not good. Especially when I wanted to accelerate, trying to follow traffic, going over a crossroad or somewhere where I'm cutting across traffic, you know, and the car is in the distance. Even if I would do it super safely and I would do it with the car in 300-meter distance or 500-meter distance, I would still not feel safe with it because the thing wouldn't go forward when I wanted to. And the less power you have, you don't accelerate as fast either, of course. So you have half power, so half maximum speed, and then to get to that half maximum speed, it does take X amount longer for sure. Maybe double the time. So it really does prolong you leaving some place, you know. And another issue I had with this kick scooter is once I had it do a full stop when it hit the sand. It hit a little pocket of sand on the sidewalk. I wasn't going all that fast, so I didn't fall or whatever. I just stumbled off of it and kept my balance. Did hurt myself, but the kick scooter wasn't damaged or whatever. But it did make me full stop, and that's why that's the reason. The reason for that is that it has front wheel traction only. So yeah, that just stops your momentum fully, right? Once your front wheel hits something or gets sunk into something soft like sand and doesn't have any traction and doesn't have the ability to go anymore, you just make a full stop, right? And that's what the Raptor 2, um, well, all of the Dualtrons basically, if not most of them, really do have like dual track, yeah, front wheel and back wheel drive. So it's like dual drive. That's why they call it Dualtrons as well, you know. And it just makes it a lot safer, you know, when your front wheel doesn't have traction anymore, which does give you your momentum. So making a full stop, then at least you still have the back wheel to push you through that little spot of something where it doesn't have traction. And that it was a pile of sand on top of tiles, so it wasn't a hole in the ground filled up with sand or in between other tiles. No, so it was just a pile of sand, and just because of that, I lost all friction and on my front wheel or all traction or whatever you would call that. I'm not good with those English terms. Um, and basically do a full stop, and then if you go faster, you might get over it. But that was a pretty big pile of sand, and I just didn't see it. It was middle of the night, and so yeah, I really have a year worth of experience with this kick scooter. I used it for an entire year, day in, day out. I used it every day during the rain, the snow, it doesn't matter. I used it. So I know what I need to look for in my next one, right? And yeah, of course, those features and those things will cost a little bit more, but at least I'll be safer. Also, if you look at like the thickness of those, um, wait, let me just reopen this tab. Like, just look at the thickness, the size of this foot plate compared to like these ones on the side. Well, this one is pretty good still, but it's still a lot less if you really look at it. I think this one on the side here, there's one here. Show it. Well, doesn't matter. I can show you just this, and then oh, let's do it like this, and then it is a really good kick scooter, the ES 4. This is the 4 because of the battery, but if you don't have the battery, it's just the ES2. It's the basic same model. It is a really good one, but you really feel every little dent and every little whatever, you will feel it. Look how small this thing is. You can put 1 foot there, and that's it. Like straight up, like from here to there, you having your heel here and your toes over there. That's the size you would have. These models have become a lot cheaper though. I paid 750 for mine euros when it was new. This is, look, February 2020. So they do go down in price really good. And I think the water issue that I have is because of this, where the steering wheel goes in it, it just run down the side. This is not the issue. This cover really closes off well. I've never had water in there ever. But it runs down like it'll run down this rod, and then where you saw where he screwed it on, it'll drip into there, and as well it'll run down more and run behind the battery where the connections are. And I believe if you do buy one of these models, you should put silicone in here when you put it into each other. Just you put silicone there and you just put it down onto each other. Even in the screws on the side, there's 4 screws here on this for this whole steering thing. Um, you would think, oh no, I'm not gonna do that because of later repairs. Silicone does not get hard. You'll just rip it apart and then you clean it off with a plastic knife or whatever, and put some more on there. That's what you just want to do for the longevity of your kick scooter. And here as well, you would want to put silicone all the way around your battery before you put it on there. So on the battery itself, and then put it on the raw on this thing here. You know. But look at the foot plate. It's just stupid. There's not much space. This thing is light though. It's 10 to 14 kilograms. And it is really cool, it's a very cool first kick scooter to get. But look, this is the suspension, that's 2 centimeters. This is the clearance from the ground, which is 5 to not much more, 5 centimeters. And you see the suspension here, this is where it is. That's where it'll like flex down, like it'll go like this, and compressing this whole thing. This brake is shit. It doesn't work at all, and this thing will break as well. It'll break, not break your speed. Like it'll not slow you down, but it will go kapot. You know. These lights, I had them replaced 2 times in 1 year. So either you wouldn't care about it or you do care about it. Um, I kept it really clean. I like this is your hub motor, so this is giving you your speed. That's what I mean. It's only four-wheel traction, which is fine if you have a stable underground and all that stuff. And driving on like actual road, paved road where it's super smooth. But if you're running over like tiles and all that stuff, it's really shaky. It's just everything is shaking, making a lot of noise. Yeah, you can get these bells and like um, you can get that for any scooter. This is how you would close it to fold it back down, and it's really easy. Never had an issue with anything of that. In the beginning, it's really weird. You don't know how to do it, and you don't want to do it with your socks. You want to have shoes on. Don't ride that with your slippers. Don't do it. Really, don't do it. One day you'll need to jump off, you know. And then those slippers will fuck you up. And your feet, I wouldn't want to have your feet for the next week or 2 weeks or even few months if you break a few bones. So yeah, I really like it. You see how even her foot is like taking up all of this. Why am I doing this so late? Show your foot. You see how it's taking up all the space, and she's forced to put the foot like this, which is fine for a 10 or 15-minute drive. But if you look at this, you could put your one foot here and you could put your other foot right there without an issue, or even just both of them slightly slanted. But here on this scooter, you would have to put one like that, and either one really slanted at the back like this, and then either hanging over here or hanging over there, or both, and then getting issues in your knees and your joints and your hips and your back. Um, that's not what you want. And to put it like this is really difficult because you're standing on one leg. This gets really tiring. All those shocking, every little hole in the ground, you will feel it in your leg, in your knee, in your hip. Standing like that is not good. So that's why I'm trying to move away from those smaller foot plates. This is something you have more room here, a lot more room. I believe it's almost double the room. Not exactly, but it's almost double. The tire is double as the thickness just from left to right if you look at it like that. It's a it's a little bit bigger as well, inch wise, like um, diameter. And then look at this suspension, man. Like this is just crazy. He's showing other things, but let him move back to the forward here and to the front. Go to the front like you did before, bro. Even this suspension at the back is crazy. Just look at that thing. Just look. This is the only suspension you have, and it's not because you see that like that black whatever on it. Where is it? Let me see here. Okay, so here is the front suspension, here's the back suspension, and it'll flex down like this. But look here, it's already 1 centimeter lower. That's 4 centimeter clearance. It goes down at least 2 centimeters, so that's 2 centimeter clearance. That's just crazy, isn't it? Uh, this one also has like a whole bunch of extra holes in the bottom, and not for the LEDs, but just for like connection ports and all those things. I believe they made a big mistake putting that at the bottom, because for me, I feel like that's what's causing the issues with the LEDs, though. Even though that's not the holes I mean. um, just yeah, look at this. You even got like a drum brake here at the back. You can actually brake. Mine does not have that. Oh, mine doesn't have that. You only have this one to push, and it doesn't really work well. This is the throttle. This would be your brake, but it's an electric brake. It's using this motor to slow down, which does work, and it does work rather nicely, but it doesn't work super well, especially in critical situations. You will not be able to stop in time. There's no way. There is really no way. Um, but for a first kick scooter, it was fun, and if you don't use it every day, it should last you at least a couple of years if you treat it nicely. If you don't abuse it on the days that you are using it, and then when you have used it, clean it. Just clean it. I do it too when it's been raining. First thing I do is park it up, get my towel that I use always for this one. It's a very dark colored, I think brown colored towel. Um, for like when you go showering or go to the beach or whatever. So a big towel, and you can I actually wipe it off all the way at the bottom, at the top, on the wheels. I'll spin them around, and go into every little cranny and nookie just to get all the dirt out, because that's what you need to do. Um, it will not last you forever, like what he did just in the video right now. You don't want to do that to your kick scooter, by the way. Like what he did here, look. I'll show you while he's doing it. He's just running up to it, and it's like still like on the stand. That's bad for the stand. It'll break off for sure. Look, it's so difficult to show you. I'm trying. Look how this wheel is already going up, while this one is gonna go up as well. It's gonna go fast, but look at it. You see? So you're putting all the weight on that kickstand. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It's the only way to put your scooter somewhere. You know, to leave it standing. And if you break that, it's done. You need to buy a new piece. And to replace it, you need to remove all the plastic at the bottom, including all the lights and all the electric parts that are running to the back for like braking lights and everything else. Stuff like that. So yeah, be careful. But it was a good one for me, honestly, to start with. These things weren't even on the market at that time. Probably were, but not available here in Belgium. So yeah, that's something I would want for my birthday. I'm not gonna ask chat to give me that for my birthday, but I might put like maybe a quarter of the goal or half of the goal. Because I have been told that I should put a goal for sure. Um, I don't know. I don't really want to be asking for money. I do have two Xbox Game Pass codes to give away, which I will do on the stream as well. Not today, but I mean on my 24-hour birthday stream. Let me check here that I have my sound and everything on for my phone. Alright. I don't want to miss that phone call now. And of course, like I said, so far so good. No issues, no frames dropped, nothing. Hmm. And of course, it's raining again today as well. 76% already into 99 magic on our magic challenge. Really fun, really cool. That means there's 24% to go. And we have reached our goal of getting 99 magic without dying. Woohoo! And then 40% into 98 here on our strength challenge. That's really cool. Um, Almost done with these javelins. I'll keep saying it, but it is true. Um, yeah, I think we're well off on this character as well. Like I said, after that we will be crafting again. Back to these ladder chaps. Get the most experience per piece of ladder. If you don't believe me, do the math. I did it a while ago. I think it's even this one. Like all these are requiring 3 ladders. So if you're asking why aren't you doing any of the other ones, well, this one uses 1 ladder, right? So if you want to make that equal, you would need 3 here. So this times 3 as well. That would make it 81. Now look here. 27, 26, 32, 36, 44, 50. Oh, we're almost there. No, we're not. 54. So yeah, stick with those chaps, the regular ladder chaps. If you want to get the most out of your resources, and if you're not caring about, oh, it's not really slower, is it? It is slower because you're doing more crafts to use those 3 ladders instead of just doing 1 craft. Okay, so they're actually coming here, the technicians. So let me open up some windows, air out, because I've been sitting here all night, all day. I'll be right back, people. All right. I think I'll play it safe and end the stream here. I'll upload this as day 42, and then when we come back, it'll be day 43. Doesn't really matter, but it helps with the chronicle order or whatever, or whatever. Um, Thanks for being here. We'll be back in a few, and then we'll just keep streaming. Maybe play some games on top of Melvor as well. We'll see if who's active or not, because it is a game that you would play with multiple players. It's just fun with friends. It's called Party Animals. You can get a free demo on Steam, and then if you want, you can play along. But let me just play it safe here and end the stream here for now. Let me go into test mode so I can just keep my active, upload, and show the dude what I'm doing and all those things. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Everything, lurkers, chatters. I'll see you all soon. Today. Well, for the VOD, it might be tomorrow, but sure. I'll see you all soon. Bye.